Everybody, JC here from Toy News International, and today I'm throwing together another quick news video giving you some highlights from the second day of the New York Toy Fair. Now again, like I said yesterday in yesterday's news video, please be sure to check out the sites for more detailed information, more detailed images, and a look at all the Toy Fair coverage, because I'm only going over some highlights here very quickly. But, again, be sure to check toynewseye.com, marvelousnews.com, jediinsider.com, and tformers.com for complete coverage. But for today, I wanted to go over some highlights. So real quick, I wanted to touch on, actually from the first day, with Hasbro, their Star Wars line, their 40th anniversary line, which is basically 6-inch figures, the Black Series figures that are being repackaged in vintage card backs, vintage style card backs, paying tribute to the original 12 figures released by Kenner back in the day for the 40th anniversary. Now, some of these figures are actually, or I should say most of these figures are repackaged figures. However, there are some modifications, like with the Princess Leia Organa figure. They actually went back and improved the head sculpt, and I do have to admit that the new head sculpt looks much better, much more like Carrie Fisher than the figure that was released in the regular Black Series. We're also getting a few new figures that weren't released yet in the regular Black Series. So we're getting a Jawa, a Death Star Commander, or Death Squad Commander, I guess is his new name. Originally that figure, when it was released by Kenner, was called the Death Star Commander, and then I think he was renamed the Star Destroyer Commander, and then eventually they called him the Death Squad Commander. But that one's a new figure, and then the Tusken Raider / Sand Person is also going to be released in that line. So they're going to break it up into two different waves. They're actually going to release a display base that looks like the original early bird Kenner set with that backdrop and everything, and that's going to come with the first figure in the line, which is going to be Darth Vader, and that's actually a new version of Darth Vader. It's not the original Darth Vader that we got in the Black Series. And then the first wave of figures is going to have like Luke, Han, Princess Leia, R2-D2, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think I'm going off the top of my head. And then the second wave, will have the rest of the 12 figures again, basically the original 12 figures released by Kenner back in the day. And then also, there's going to be a Celebration exclusive version that's going to have a hologram vintage card back, and that's going to have the X-Wing Luke Skywalker figure. And then Entertainment Earth is going to have an exclusive with R5-D4, which I think was like the 13th figure or something like that, which again is going to have that vintage card back. So I just wanted to tell you that Hasbro has a website that has the first wave that was actually up for order on Saturday. I don't know if those figures are still available. I'll put a link to it below, but I haven't actually had time to check it, the website, to see like if they're actually still available. They may have sold out already, I don't know. But on Saturday, at least, that actual first wave. I know you can go on and pre-order the first wave at like Big Bad Toy Store, so I can put a link to that for you as well if they did sell out on that Hasbro site already. For the day 2 highlights, Mattel, we got to see what Mattel had for DC, WWE, and Halo. In this video, I'm just going to talk about their DC stuff. And we got to see their Wonder Woman figures, their DC Multiverse 6-inch Wonder Woman figures. So it's going to have the Queen, Wonder Woman, I think it's Wonder Woman's mom, right? Queen of the Amazons, Hiblot, I can't pronounce her name, but the mother, I believe. And then 2 versions of Wonder Woman, one in her like training Amazon gear, and then one in her heroic outfit. It's got the coat, and then we're getting a Steve Trevor figure, and then the Collect and Connect figure for that is Ares. And I gotta say, Ares looks pretty cool. I guess that's how he's going to look in the movie. These are movie-based figures, and these are going to be out probably in a couple months. And then we got to see another wave of figures. I want to say we at least saw some of these at San Diego, but we're getting Adam from the DC Legends of Tomorrow TV series, Rebirth Batman, Robin from I think it's called We Are Robin comic book, where a bunch of different people take on the mantle of Robin. The Build-A-Figure in that wave is going to be the Gotham PD Batman, that robotic bat suit. I'm not sure the guy, I forget the name of the guy in the red with the skull face. And then there's a black costume Batman again. I forget the name of that Batman, but he's basically all black with a whitish looking bat symbol, and he's got the wings and everything. Then we're getting another wave, which I don't think we've seen before, and this one's going to be released at the end of the year. So we've got the Green Lantern, the new female Green Lantern character. Her name slips my mind off the top of my head. Help me out in the comment section if you remember her name. We're getting a new Superman figure. I think that's Superman Rebirth. We're also getting Batwoman in that wave. A new Two-Face. I think this is like a Rebirth version of Two-Face. And then the Build-A-Figure for that is going to be Clayface. Oh, and Martian Manhunter from the Supergirl TV series is also in that wave. But the really cool thing is which is the Collect and Connect figure in that wave. That one looks really very, very cool. And then we also saw the wave with King Shark, which that one should be out any day now. Saw that at San Diego Comic-Con, but that's got the Burnside Batgirl, the Dark Knight Joker, Flash from the Jay Garrick Flash from the TV series, and Hawkman from Legends of Tomorrow. So unfortunately, no Justice League figures. Justice League movie figures were shown. They didn't have any of those on hand. They will be doing Justice League figures, but we didn't get to see any of those. So I guess we won't see those until San Diego Comic-Con. Unless maybe press images get released before then. Also, Diamond Select Toys, they had a lot of stuff to show. For Marvel Select, they had their new Spider-Man Homecoming figure on hand. They're doing a Lady Deadpool figure. They are doing a Spider-Gwen figure. These are 7-inch figures, but they're doing Spider-Gwen. From the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, they're doing Star-Lord. So we got to see all of those figures. Very cool. Mini mates and stuff, but also for Diamond Select, and we weren't allowed to show these, but they're doing figures, mini mates and select figures from the Kingdom Hearts video game. So that was pretty cool. There was a 2-pack set of mini mates for Tron. I guess I don't really play Kingdom Hearts, but I guess the Tron characters have appeared in the game, so we get mini mates of Tron, which is kind of cool. They're also doing Pirates of the Caribbean select figures, which we can't show you at this time. And they're doing, finally going to get their Pulp Fiction figures, it looks like, out. They actually debuted these a couple years ago, but then we've not seen release, but they had those on hand, and looks like at least the first wave is going to finally get released. There's a second wave they had on hand, but we couldn't take pictures of those. And Kill Bill too, but couldn't take pictures of those. They're also doing figures for Dark Tower. That's an upcoming movie, which we couldn't take pictures of. They got Star Trek. They're going to do a USS Reliant figure, and then one of their select figures for the Borg, which again we couldn't show pictures. A lot of the stuff, unfortunately, they wouldn't let us take pictures of. So I can only talk to you about it, but I can't actually show it to you. That wraps it up for the second day. Please check out the sites for full coverage of everything. I will do a more extensive news video later in the week once I get back from New York. But until then, guys, like I said, catch all the coverage on the websites. Hope you enjoy it. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.